Anyways, welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies. He's Dan, I'm Sean, and tonight we review a bottle that we thought we already reviewed. At least I did.
Yeah. Jack Daniel's Bottled and Bond. Not Jack Daniel's Bonded. Not the same whiskey, actually. Our understanding is the Jack Daniel's Bonded and Bond was blended with different whisk barrels to create a different flavor profile, whereas this is actually Old No. 7 at 100 proof.
Yeah.
So Sean and I fell in love with this bottle the first time we had it in a sample, like maybe 2 years ago or something.
Yep, and then we did the whole Jack lineup blind and put this very low.
And we thought it would finish very high. So that's where we're at on it.
Good news is it's cheap.
It's like
when you do find it.
30 a liter-ish.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, it's just on the screen. The thing on the screen's correct.
No,
so
I didn't put it on the screen. I'm just gonna let people comment and tell you that you're wrong.
You buy this usually in duty frees. Now it's in like military bases everywhere. This bottle has like expanded its distribution significantly in the last 2 years.
Kind of like Jack Daniel's just pumping out more and more whiskey, it seems. That
so,
isn't just Old No. 7.
If you travel internationally.
I don't remember what we said when we reviewed this.
We have
in the Jack lineup.
Oh. So here's the thing, when we had it blind in the Jack lineup, we thought this was the Bonded because it was smokier.
Yeah.
It was like more char heavy. I don't think it's very old. I think it's like 4, maybe 4 or 5 range.
You
but
know, it is a little nutty.
I don't know. We both thought this would finish very high.
It is a little nutty.
The nose, bananas.
It does 100% just feel like 100 proof Jack Daniel's.
Yeah. Old No. 7 is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. We like that flavor profile, but it legitimately, I think most people would just think this is Old No. 7. If you're not like really into whiskey.
I think it's got more going on than Old No. 7.
More
complex.
I'm just saying, like, for most people, I think you could also set this next to Jack Daniel's, regular Jack Daniel's, and have them be like, those are the same.
Yeah.
Those feel very similar.
It's like a banana nut bread, like a very, very sweet, like a very sugar-forward.
It's got a little bit of
bread.
marshmallow on it, I would say. That sugar, like confectionery sugar sweetness in there. The nose is not like nutty at all, but the palate definitely is.
I feel like the nose is as nutty as a banana nut bread would smell. You know what I mean? Where it's got just like little chunks. It's not like an actual nut.
Well, I mean, it is nut.
When you smell banana nut bread, you're not like, that's nutty. You don't think that.
It tastes like whiskey and banana nut bread.
Honestly, if you took a really dense, moist banana nut bread, took a nice slice off her, buttered her up while she's warm, right? Dip it, dunk it, you'd have the exact same experience, except one would have alcohol.
You're dunking it in whiskey?
In this whiskey specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
They would both have alcohol then.
That's true.
Yeah.
But normally your banana nut bread doesn't. This always does.
But if you're dunking it in the alcohol, they would both have alcohol.
I bet it's phenomenal, and
it would be double banana nut bread at that point in time.
If I had some right now, I would try it.
You would be eating it if you had some right now, for sure.
I should ask Ricky to make some and then bring it out. We don't have any rotten bananas.
We have one. We have this vicious cycle of one. Mm-hmm. We'll throw it out.
That keeps surviving?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, honestly, I think the reason this is good, if this replaced Old No. 7 in bars, that'd be incredible. Imagine that. You go out to dinner or to a bar or something, they're not like a whiskey place.
Yep.
They don't have a bunch of bottles you want to drink. And then you look over and you're like, oh, there's Jack Daniel's Bottled and Bond. You're like, that's phenomenal. And it would be $5 a pour because it's a $30 bottle of whiskey.
$8.
Even at $8 for a double, right? Or for a 2-ouncer. If you got 8, if this is like a well pour, $8, this would be phenomenal.
This is a premium beverage. That's $8 an ounce.
It's a tiny, I can see how we thought it was a little charry or smoky on the back end, like the late finish, but otherwise it's just banana nut bread.
There's just a very, very tiny amount of sour wood note in there for me.
Really?
Just a smidge.
Where is it at?
Just the nose. I don't get it
on
at
the nose.
all in the palate.
Okay.
But there's just a little sharpness that I would attribute to like a funky woodiness about it.
If you were traveling internationally and saw this and didn't have one, would you pay $30 to $40 for it?
Oh yeah, easy.
Would you, had you had it but not currently own a bottle, would you buy 2 bottles of it?
Yeah.
At
for 30 bucks, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. $30 for 2 liters.
And it's great.
Or $60 for 2 liters, sorry.
I know that it ranked low in that blind, but that is also a comparison to the other Jack Daniel's line, the rest of their line. And so I think to like have this and know it's a travel exclusive or a military base exclusive, whatever it is, to have this in your house or collection is cool to have. And then on top of that, for it to be cheap is awesome. I think for $30 whiskey, this is up there with like the Old Forester Orange Label. For me, this might beat that. It'd be close to beating that.
Yeah,
and that's
moving
25
around
bucks.
a little bit, like, I don't get, it's almost like in the nose, it's like a baby amount of the Sharpie, the Heaven Hill Sharpie note.
Oh, interesting.
But like, wildly less than that. I'm trying to guide you
I see
to
what
this.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Like, is there just a little...
It doesn't offend me, whatever you're talking about.
it's just a little something that feels off. But other than that, like, that's realistically one of my few complaints that I have with it.
I don't have any. I'm very happy with it.
30 bucks. It's a liter.
What's your grade?
B+.
This is an A, just a flat A.
Flat A.
It's a flat A, and I'm taking value into consideration on this. Do you know what I mean? I would like to take value into consideration.
We have a discount code. We ran one of these.
So, if you're gonna have one, I'm gonna have one.
I mean, we're gonna be drinking today.
I'm gonna have one too then.
Is it 11 o'clock in the morning we're shooting? Maybe.
Is it? I don't know. We've been hitting a golf club on a freaking sim like idiots for like an hour. It feels
Yeah,
like.
I gotta go at 1 too.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go get all the barrels for Justin. Eventually.
Yeah.
Not today. I texted Justin. I go, "Do you got something set up with Dave?" He's like, "No, I'll just pay whoever back that pays for shipping." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he'd be fine. Anyways, that's
an A.
B+.
On value. It's an A on value.
B+.
If the for real, honestly, if we're not taking value into consideration, this is a solid.
Start a sentence with
B-,
like 4 times, and then
Yeah.
completely just abandon it.
Yeah.
Your brain is like, no, we're not getting it
Gave
out.
up.
New sentence.
It quit. We restructured it because we had to, because clearly I couldn't get it out. For the Bourbon Junkies, like, comment, subscribe. If it's
do
not a
those
value thing, it's definitely like a B- whiskey, but it's an A in value. So
Wow.
yeah, love you guys. Cheers. Because it's $30. It can't be an A+ whiskey. That's Coy Hill. You know what I mean? If it's just the bottle.
It's an S.